Hi, good morning. What if I ask you a question, okay? What if I ask you if some of the biggest decisions of your life are actually made on a very subconscious level or maybe even on an unconscious level in one of the most inconsequential, supposedly, quote unquote, insubstantial moments of your life? What if I ask you the question that some aspects of your personality that you have been hiding or just suppressing from the world are actually the ones that really make you stand apart and make you you? And what if I ask you that the only difference between this person and the person in front of the mirror, this person is who I am, and the person in front of the mirror holds so many ambitions of what I can be? What if the only question between both of us, the only line between both of us is this six alphabet phrase, what if? All of these questions, I believe, they destabilize something within me. It really shakes the illusion of that perfection, of that stability, of that certainty in my life that I feel I have achieved, and most of us feel that we have achieved. Because, like it or not, our society works on linearity. We don't really appreciate multiplicity. We work on a system of linearity, of a straightforward career कि ठीक है 10th कर लो 12th कर लो, go to college, get this particular degree, this is a commercial course, this is a creative course, this, that, everything, right? We make 5-year plans, we feel we are sorted, and we live in this illusion of certainty in life which we often correlate with stability. But to resonate with the theme, what if I just ask you that you're doing the course you wanted to, you are in the college you wanted to be in. I am a third year student at Hindu College. I am doing the course that I always dreamt of doing. Are we all happy? Are we all certain that whatever we have planned for the next phase of our life, me being a final year student for the next 2 months, whatever I have planned, will I be able to achieve it? I was 12 when I started acting. And what does a 12-year-old even know? Nothing, right? I was clueless. I just started auditioning because I had the capability, the risk-taking power of saying, what if I actually become an actor? What if I actually end up becoming big in an industry where I genuinely have nobody? I'm like a total fresher, a total newcomer, no contacts, no resources. But what if this audition actually works out? I'm very guilty of saying that I don't have that risk-taking power today. Although 8 years into the acting field, I've done about 50 ads, lots of films, lots of work, but today I still question myself, what if I had not asked that question? Because certainty, I believe, it's just anxiety in a blazer. Nothing is certain. I live in a gray area. We all live in a gray area, and I think that's just beautiful, because this configuration of atoms, you, me, everybody in this room, there is so much to it. On the face of it, everything, be it life, be it relationships, be it love, loss, career, everything feels plain and simple. Everything feels predictable. That, okay, if I do this, I can reach this, I can get a job here, I can get this much of a pay scale, and everything is sorted. But black and white, I believe, are two boxes of life. But where the beauty actually lies is in the grays. Because the grays are possibilities, the grays are questions, the grays are inklings, the grays are epiphanies. The grays are everything the world tells you that it's very difficult for you to manage. How will you balance it? Firstly, I don't like the word balance. A lot of people keep asking me, how do you balance college with acting? Just a few days back, I was awarded by my college for topping the college. I topped Hindu college. And the first thing that somebody asked me, I remember, how do you balance all of this, Suhani? How do you balance acting with academics? And that, I don't know, that irked me in a way because I don't see balance as a very positive word in life. Of course, I'm not glorifying living in risks or uncertainties, but at the same time, I like to honor the layers of the persona, the layers of self actualization, the layers of identity. If you ask me to introduce myself, okay? That's probably the toughest question that you will ever ask me as a student, as an actor, as a speaker, as a person, as just a simple girl. It's one of the toughest questions because I've always wondered as a child, whenever somebody asks me to introduce myself, why do I always answer in nouns? Why do I say, I'm an actor, I'm a student, I do this, I do that, this is my name, this is where I live? That's not my introduction. That's just where I identify myself with. But why do we not correlate our introduction with verbs instead of nouns? I'm trying, I'm failing, I'm succeeding. Maybe I'll reach there, maybe I'll not. And that's just the architectures of becoming. I am becoming. If you ask me to introduce myself today in one word, I'd just say I'm becoming the person I've always dreamt to be. I'm striving. Why am I saying all this, right? Have I sorted everything in my life? Is everything going perfectly smooth, perfectly fine? No. And that's exactly my point. I enjoy this imperfection, these flaws, this feeling of I don't have anything in control, this catharsis that I get sometimes, this nervousness that I have, the thrill that I have. I really enjoy it. As an actor, I don't know tomorrow if I have another project to work in or not. As a student, I don't know if I'm going to clear the next competitive exam and land in my dream college. As a human being, I don't know if I'll be able to do what my parents want me to, or what I want myself to, or what the society thinks that I should do. I don't know. But these three words, I don't know, although very, very scary, I really enjoy it. And when I first heard the theme of TEDx ARSD, which was What If, I was perplexed. Man, what do I talk about this? It's such an open ended theme. What if is fear, it's anxiety, it's uncertainty, it's also ambition, it's also power. It's also the path to follow my dreams. What if I had not auditioned 8 years back? What if I had not got that role? What if I had not got another role? What if I had not studied? What if on the day of my CUET I would not perform my best and not land into Hindu college? There are so many what ifs. But that's what actually makes me enjoy every single moment that I'm in. It is the ecstasy of life for me. There is a very famous dialogue from a film which I ardently enjoy every time I watch, from one of my favorite filmmakers, also an alumni of my college and my course, Mr. Imtiaz Ali. It's a quote from a beautiful film called Tamasha. तू कोई और है, सामने इस जहां के एक नकाब है. तू जानता है तू कोई और है, तो फिर तू क्यों नहीं है वो जो तू सच में है. That quote, it is the summation of everything that I say today. It is the gray area. It is the crack between right and wrong. It is the crack between the binaries that I've always lived my life in, the rights and wrongs. the do's and don'ts, the corrects and incorrects, the pinks and purples. To conclude, I would leave you with a question. What if I tell you my sky is pink? You'll say, she's crazy, we don't want to hear her anymore. But no, it's my sky. It can be pink. There's a whole film called The Sky is Pink, right? I can, and you can for that matter, be whoever you want, do whatever you do. And at the same time, linearity, I feel, is overrated. It is the biggest fear of our species. What I always like to think is that it's not the fact that if I fail, if I don't succeed tomorrow, if I give CUET PG or CAT or UPSC, any exam you take a name, if I give it, I would love to appear for any exam because studying really makes me feel alive. I really like to know about new things. But at the same time, I'll always be caught up in that fear of what if I don't clear it? What if I fail? You know, one of the biggest fears we as students have. But what I've come to realize is that through these years, failure is not my fear. And this could be very personal to me. Failure is not my fear. My fear is that what if I fail and then I'm going to be really insignificant. I'm going to be microscopic and my existence would be shook. And I'd just be caught up in those binaries of I should have cracked a great college, but I could not. I should have landed that role, but I could not. But it's okay. It's okay. So I'm not here to tell you that uncertainty is glorified. I'm not here to tell you that you should not take risks or you should take risks or how you should lead life. It's personal. It's a personal journey. What I'm here to tell you is that this tendency to question, this tendency to live in the limbo of life, that it's okay to not know, it's okay to be lost, because lost is, again, it's a huge umbrella term. Lost in what sense? If I say I'm lost today, there must be a foundation to which I'm comparing, right? And what is that foundation? It's just a well-built society that tells you every day that imperfection is all right, you take your time, everything is fine, but punishes you for doing the same. I feel, what if this question, this inkling, this ideology, this mindset, it gives you perspective, it gives you purpose, it gives you direction. It gives you permission, the permission to question what is and then move on to what can be. And that exactly is the thin line between who you are today and who you can be tomorrow. And not taking this risk, not asking this question, leaving behind everything, this, I believe, is self-erasure, and that's very dangerous. We are all students right now. We are into our cocoons, but to transition into a butterfly, we need to build our wings, no? And what if I do this? What if I don't do this? That gives me wings. Thank you.